Hey folks, this is Caleb. Now, I'm outside of the big stadium here in Moscow, and I want to explain what's going on here. So, back in 1957, in Moscow, here in Moscow, they had the World Festival of Youth and Students. It was 1957, and it was a gathering of young people from all over the world who believed in peace and democracy, freedom, and cooperation between the people of the world, the ideals that came out of the Second World War when fascism was defeated. Well, they gathered here in Moscow in 1957 for a world festival, and that was a big moment in history because at the time the world was divided by a Cold War. You know, the billionaires and monopolists in the U.S. were dividing the world, and blockading and attacking all the countries that were trying to build socialism. So people gathered here in Moscow in 1957 to try and unite the people of the world. So they're having commemorations here in Moscow, and behind me there's 300 university students. Now, these young people are going to participate in the festival that's coming up. They're actually going to participate in the festival. Wow, I don't want to get run over by them here. But they're practicing to march in formation for the commemorations of the 1957 festival. It's going to happen. The commemorations are coming up on Saturday, and that'll be in the lead up to the festival, the upcoming World Festival of Youth and Students, which is going to be elsewhere in Russia, in Sochi. So these are university students. They're going to be joined by people on motorcycles, as well as people in trucks, and they're going to be here in this stadium. It'll be people who participated, elderly folks who were there in 1957 in this festival in the Soviet Union, and as well as the young people that will be going to Sochi for the upcoming festival. So this is part of the commemorations outside. We're outside this huge stadium. It's going to be full of people to commemorate the 1957 World Festival of Youth and Students and the role that Russia played in trying to create peace when Wall Street and the Pentagon were pushing for war and pushing to attack countries that were trying to have socialism.